And let's keep the eyes open for a moment, but don't look at the screen. Look at a point beyond the screen or next to the screen. And take a deep breath. And just to notice your environment. We have this beautiful faculty of peripheral vision, which means we can see our whole visual field, so also seeing what's left and right without looking at it. You might see some objects on the periphery of your visual field, something there, something over here on the right, something at the top, something at the bottom of your visual field. Taking in the scenery, receiving what you see. There's color, there's texture, there's light and dark spots. A newborn baby just sees contours. Newborn baby is just seeing roughly where is light, where is dark. So maybe we can have this kind of infant vision, newborn vision, which is just vaguely making out, oh, there's some light here, there's some dark here. And let's actually take a moment to look behind you, to turn your head around and to look what is behind you. To feel the objects behind you, how much empty space there is until you can go to a wall or something. And look to the other side behind you. And looking to the right and looking to the left. Just to kind of take stock of the space in the room that you are in. Where there's empty space, where there's walls, where is ceiling, where is the floor. And then let's close the eyes. And just feel that you are aware what's around you, even though you're not looking anymore. There's this spatial map of the space you are in. This can help us feel a little more relaxed because we know we are in a safe place. There's no tigers in any corners. So our nervous system can relax, can feel safe, remembering that feeling safe in our meditation is very important. Let's notice the auditory landscape. Just like we looked around the room we're in, let's have a look around the auditory room we're in, the concerto of sound that is constantly happening in the background. Let's have a look around this auditory room. So listening to the sounds far away, close by, in front, behind, above, below. And let's also bring now some awareness to our felt experience of our bodies. So as if our bodies are also a kind of space, a room in which things are happening, sensations from the toes to the knees, to the pelvis, in the torso, to the fingertips, in the head. There's all of this room in which things are happening. Any feeling that's happening in the body is valid. Listening to these, checking them out without judging, without labeling good, bad, beautiful, ugly. So actually all of these experiences can be objects for meditation. Can be the room, can be something we see, can be something we hear, something we feel. Can even be particular thoughts or imagination, visualization, mantra. But for the purpose of Vipassana, we work with concentrating the mind on a sensory phenomenon. And the most convenient one is the breath. Can you locate your breath in the body? The breath is a three-dimensional experience in the body. Let's feel this whole experience of the breath in the body. Just kind of scanning where we can feel, where we can follow the breath-related sensations. And for the purpose of cultivating samadhi, we narrow down our focus. And as we practice, we focus more in the central area of the body, in the abdomen. In this area below the ribs, above the pelvis, the soft area where the organs are, where the diaphragm is moving, this belly. Actually, the diaphragm moves when we breathe. It contracts when we inhale, it relaxes when we exhale. It's like a parachute kind of structure. And it pushes gently on our organs, which is why we feel some kind of feeling in the belly. Even the lungs don't go so far down. But this is why we feel sensation in the belly when we breathe. So let's notice this experience of the breath in this area of the belly. This is a three-dimensional experience. It has a shape. It is a four-dimensional experience, so it's also changing through time. It's not constant. It's changing all across the inhale, all across the exhale. Our attention might move between different parts of the breath in the belly. So a part of cultivating samadhi is just getting interested in what's really happening there. There's actually so much detail, so much micro movement. When we look more carefully, when we look with curiosity. If we discard it as, I already know that, it's not so interesting, then we're not really feeling what's there. We want to really feel, want to really receive the richness, the complexity of sensation, actual sensation. And then every breath becomes different. Breath is just an idea, just a concept. What is the felt experience of breathing? And of course, part of the game is to recognize when we have become distracted. Becoming distracted is not bad, it's natural. We just want to work to just notice earlier rather than later that we are somewhere else. And gently, gently, even with a smile, with a sense of appreciation that you have realized rather than going for 5 more minutes. A moment to celebrate, gently become re-interested in the breath. If it was a game, you would get points for staying with the breath longer. Every second you stay with the breath, you get a point. You get points for seeing the breath more completely, more detail, more sensitivity. And you also get points for noticing you have been distracted. Every time you noticed you've been distracted, you get a point. So there are these three things which work together. Sometimes we discard the noticing we got distracted part, but it's really crucial. Maybe something else you get points for is also how relaxed and enjoying this experience, this process, this playing this game you can be. It's important to enjoy your breathing, the miracle of breathing. This joy will help you. Maybe you can even bring a very gentle smile into your mind, into your heart. Joy helps the mind stop scanning for threats in the past, in the future, in the environment, in the inside, in the outside. The mind is scanning for threats, for tigers and dangers. This is what the mind was evolved to do, to survive. When we can a little bit enjoy, just very subtle, it doesn't have to be like a celebration or a party, but just more like sitting and savoring a healthy meal that you cooked for yourself or someone cooked for you, or enjoying a moment where you're drinking your tea or coffee. This kind of subtle satisfaction. Let's find it in the breath. Or rather, let the breath be this joy, simple joy. Everyone looks quite settled, quite easeful, which is perfect, which is beautiful. Stay with that way of meditating. In the event you do feel very uncomfortable, welcome now to stand up. But if you feel quite okay, just stay there. See what happens. Stay in that savoring of each filling and emptying, each expansion, contraction. Deep in the belly, deep in the center of the body. It's also where the vagus nerve is, this gentle rhythm of the breath that happens naturally, calms the whole body. Calms then also the brain activity. Starts going from alpha, which is more our usual default scattered state, to more slower brain waves. The whole nervous system becoming more cohesive, moving in the similar rhythm. Because we are unified in the breath. And from this home base of the breath, let's start to notice the space above the body, upwards. Not only the space between your body and the ceiling of the room, but also above the ceiling, above the roof of the house, the open sky. Even if there's clouds, beyond that there is more space. And if possible, still rest partly in the breath and partly in this upward direction. The bodily boundaries of up starts to dissolve. As if you are drinking the liquid from the sky with every breath, every inhale. This is not a visualization, this is something to feel. And then let's feel downwards. The mass of the earth, the space that is underneath our body. Even there is things like the floor, the foundations of the building, the earth underneath, the canalization, rock. There's all the space that this matter occupies beneath your body. Open the gates of down. Receive the energy from this space with every inhale and let it go back with every exhale. Natural breathing. And let's go left. Feel left side of the body. And the space beyond the left side of the body. Beyond the wall, beyond the building, beyond the vast, infinite space beyond the body. Breathe with this spaciousness to the left. And better now not to move the posture. If we move the posture, we disrupt the concentration. Feel the gates of the body opening to the left. The mind opens, the heart opens, the belly opens, the breath opens to the left. And let's go right, other side. Breathing, opening the breath to the right, opening the body, dissolving the boundaries of the body to the right, to the space beyond the body, beyond the room, far, far away. Too far to see, too far to imagine. Boundless space to the right. Breathing in this boundless space to the right. With this, exchanging the body, dissolving the right side of the body, dissolving. And to the front, opening all the pores of the skin to the front, opening the gates of the heart, the belly, the face to the frontal direction, to the space in front of you, to the objects, to the beings, like looking far onto the horizon, looking at the faraway mountains, faraway ocean. Space opens to the front. Breathing with that. And to the back, behind the blank space of the backspace. The place we never see directly, we can only feel behind us. The back of the body opens from the back of the head, across the whole neck, back of the legs. Sensing, feeling empty space behind you. Beyond the matter, beyond the objects, beyond the walls. Far away forest in the distance, behind. Go beyond them. Feel them. Feel the space in between. Feel your breath. above, below, to the left, to the right, to the front, to the back, to the inside, feeling the breath deep inside, natural breath, to the outside, all 6 directions. Resting into this vast, empty space. Not imagined, but felt. At the center of it all, still your breath is there, subtle, disappearing. Open, spacious, boundless, infinite, timeless. If there's still a little part of you tracking time, like a little clock that is inside, allow that to slowly fade away, to dissolve, and release. If there's still a part of you tracking yourself, what to do, what you feel, what you need to do, allow that part to slowly soften, to fade into the boundless, objectless. Everything is still there, sounds are still there, vision, body. It's not they disappear completely. As we stop fixating on them, we recognize the empty space in which they are appearing in 360 peripheral global awareness. And because we are in a Vipassana course, from here, let us just gently notice all phenomena, all occurrences in this empty space. Bodily, auditory, visual, conceptual, thoughts, images, sounds that appear. Vipassana means investigation, means seeing clearly, means to notice. Any experience can be used for Vipassana meditation, for insight meditation. Pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, bodily, mental, inside, outside. Just noticing, just observing with clarity, with equanimity, with concentration, stability. Not holding on to anything, not grabbing onto anything, not even to investigate it, but noticing. Some traditions call this the dance of emptiness. There's emptiness and there's form. And locate your breathing inside your body. Locate your breathing inside your body. If the breath is happening outside of your body, find it in the body. Without imagination, just sensation. From the breath, find the legs, the arms, find the torso, the head, Find yourself. Notice you are not alone. Notice you are sitting not alone. You are here with others, practicing together across the world. Many different parts of the world, sharing in the practice. What is this feeling of sitting together in silence rather than alone? And share the sensation from this practice. Whatever sensation is present in you, whatever vibration, quality, feeling, let's imagine and feel this quality, this vibration being shared even to all those beings who are not practicing, who cannot practice, who don't know about the practice, who don't want to practice, who cannot practice because they are too old, too young, or non-human. And share this vibration of whatever is left. Imagine them receiving this, resonating. And let's just bring the hands up in front of the chest with palms facing each other. Eyes can still be closed, not touching yet. Just to feel the surface of the palms, the open hand, open palm, and feel the space between your palms. And slowly, slowly, let's close that space till the palms meet in sensation, explosion of sensation as they meet, bringing them to the center of your chest, the sternum, where inside your body is your heart space. And if you like, if you feel comfortable, you can just take a gentle bow to mainly to the practice, also to yourself, also to the ones that shared the practice today together. And then taking a deep breath, and you can release. Open the eyes. Don't feel that you need to look at the screen yet. You can maybe look away. Maybe it's nice to move the body a little bit, stretch, to look up into some light. Maybe squeeze the fingers, squeeze the face to help you arrive back in being yourself, which is just as important as losing yourself. Nice also to maybe you can do something else if you don't feel, but invitation to rub the hands together a little bit, create some warmth, and then place them on the face to feel the flesh, the skin of the face, the head, the neck, the body. I have a body. Great. What a privilege. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. If you need to go, please do so. If not, yeah, we can hang around for a few more minutes, maybe 15 minutes or so, to chat about it. I'm always curious to hear how it, I'm always improvising. I always improvise the meditations. So I'm always curious to hear how it was received, whether positive or negative, if there was challenges, if there was insight, if there was like some kind of experience. Um, or it can also be other meditation related questions that or sharings that come up. Thank you for joining. And now it's open. If you want to speak, just you can just unmute yourself and speak.
Hi, Reimer. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to say that I had a handful of questions that I started kind of thinking about informing, knowing that we had this extra time after the meditation. And then I found myself having to, like, those are my distracting thoughts throughout this meditation.
Right. Yeah.
But what's interesting is that it was still pretty effective, even though I still have a lot of distracting thoughts. It was nice that it wasn't anything about that I'm worrying about in the future or anything. But they were still there. But then by the end of our meditation, I felt like I don't know, like I didn't even need to ask most of the questions anymore. So I just wanted to let you know that. But I do have one question about. I've been reading a Goenka book right now.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. He outlines, like if you are just out, you have a normal life. You're not like living on some land where you're just always meditating with everybody. That he recommends a weekly meeting with your sangha, and I want to start. I'm considering this, my weekly meeting with people who are on a similar path, and then 2 hours of meditation a day. And that's exactly what you're trying to do with your website and how you're helping people with these 10-day courses. I struggle sometimes to stay motivated to keep up the 2 hours a day. And I start blaming outside, factors, people around me, like, oh, well, I have nobody to motivate me, whatever. But then sometimes I find like it'll become a chore to do the meditation. And I don't want to approach meditation in that way. I know that's not a good way to approach meditation. But I do want to eventually get myself up to that effortlessly and build a life where I can and I'm able to do that every day. And I just wanted to know if you had any advice.
Yeah. 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 Thank you. Thank you for this question. Just about the first thing you said. Yeah, like sometimes we can come up with so many questions that we need to know the answer to, but mostly all the questions answer themselves through the practice, in some way, or become irrelevant. Like, oh, I didn't really need to know that. It was just like my mind, like coming up with things to think about. Um, and yeah, about this question about the, well, and I feel this is a question that is also one which is worthy to ask. Um, but yeah, Goenka really emphasized this 2 hours a day, and this is a very his format and his structure is around these 2 hours, and it's a big commitment and a big discipline to keep that. Um, and I there was a period where I did that 2 hours, and now to be honest, I don't do 2 hours. I do 1 hour mostly, and yeah, for me. I feel it becomes more important short moments, like to practice in a way that is firstly like daily practice, which is sustainable and you look forward, like you're like motivated to do, and you want to do every morning. You're like, yeah, like I want to sit down and meditate. Like this is great for me. Maybe sometimes you have to a little bit like kick yourself out of bed, no, but then once you get to the cushion, it's like, ah, great, I'm practicing. So you want to have that attitude. If it, yeah, as you said, if it becomes this chore, like to do it again, or make like, then it starts having a little bit this strange relation to it, where it becomes another thing to tick off the to-do list, and then it becomes mechanical. We stop applying ourselves in the right with the right attitude. And yeah, then more to use like little moments here and there throughout the day, which can really accumulate also. Um, yeah, maybe not even to formally meditate, like close the eyes, but more to like take a pause, take a space between things, take a moment to feel some bodily sensations, to take a breath, to rest into a meditative state of awareness. And I find that that accumulates also. Um, and that is what becomes effortless over time. That kind of gentle but firm, yeah, not with tension, commitment and curiosity. It really is also really a curiosity. Where does this thing take me if I just keep it there? And just like I think any habit, like if we yeah, if we want to eat healthy and live a long life, no, it's really the eating healthy consistently over time, rather than having like 1 year of like eating perfectly and then like becoming so frustrated and annoyed that it was so much effort to keep that we stop after that year. It's not helpful. So what's a sustainable way? Um, and maybe means missing some and whatever, but not to also fall off completely. Uh, yeah, that was a long answer. Sorry.
No, that's very helpful. Very, very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, welcome to be here every Sunday.
Good. I'm gonna
And
try.
I'm gonna try to. Um, yeah. What else is there? Thank you, Timothy. Gift to be learning more. Yeah, all about learning this path. Yeah, Douglas Barton.
Yes,
Yeah.
Penny.
Penny.
I haven't been with you for a while, actually, Raymond, but I just want to say a big thank you because I'm suffering really badly with my fibromyalgia. And it seems to, last year it was getting worse rather than better, despite trying different meditations and things. But I noticed um, yesterday I was giving much more thought to how my body was feeling because it was really hurting. So I was doing kind of self massage, and then today coming and doing this, um, I I just felt in the beginning that it was difficult. I was breathing into my chest only, and it felt very tight. However, by the time um, we'd gone through all the different sides of breathing to the right and to the left, to the 6 sides, I found that extremely helpful. And I think that even going on from what you were just saying, that is something that I can just even spend 10 minutes a day doing, that I would feel so much better in myself, because fibromyalgia is all to do with your central nervous system, and it just if you're concentrating on your breath, that helps calm your whole central nervous system. So my determination to myself this year is to really concentrating in a more natural way, because what happens when things get so bad, you turn to more and more medication, which actually doesn't work. So it's my gift via yourself and a gift to myself that I want to try and really be with you on a Sunday as much as I can, but to really use that during the week. And as we were saying before, 2 hours is I wouldn't be able to do that every day. But I think if you have small bites, then you might do a longer one day and a shorter one another day. And I think that would be a real gift to myself. So thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Penny. Yeah, for sharing, for the courage to share that, and for showing up today, and beginning again, no? Beginning again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it would be a pleasure to keep seeing you here and sharing in it and becoming more established in it. And yeah, you are welcome.
Thank you. I'm just wishing everybody a wonderful 2026. 2025 was hard for everybody, I think. Hope, peace and good health.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Before you go, how's your little baby?
He's good. Is he sleeping right now? He's sleeping right now in the front seat with the mama. Yeah, he's very healthy and he's smiling a lot and he's exploring the world. He's crawling around now since 2 weeks, so he's really has transformed his way of relating to the environment, like being able to have this agency to go and explore something. And I feel really more and more I'm relating to a being. Before he was just more like tripping out, but now more and more I feel this personal relationship growing, which is so, yeah, deeply rewarding to play with him, to interact, to smile, yeah, and he's healthy and well, and yeah, can't be more happy to have him around.
Yes, the gift to watch them grow, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Thank you for asking. Yeah. Good. Yeah, if is there any last ones also about meditation, and welcome to ask or share.
I just wanted to say that when we were doing the walking meditation,
Yeah.
I was noticing that I've got a sort of delayed reaction or I'm ahead of myself. And when I was turning, I remember distinctly realizing that I was preempting saying it all the time in my mind. And then I caught myself realizing that I said turning when I noticed myself turning. Does that make sense? So I was just, it was like you say mantra rather than I was saying that while I was, before I noticed myself turning and I said it to myself. So I was just like that one moment I thought, oh, and then it went away again. And it took a while to kind of notice that again. So it was just like, I'm just feeling grateful just for those small moments and just getting to know how my mind's working more
Yeah.
than anything else. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's the way. Thank you, Leslie, for sharing. Yeah, yeah. we really have to learn how to use the noting, and it's super common that in the beginning is a little bit mechanical or turns into a mantra. Often, like we're saying the thing, but it's not deeply connected with what we're actually experiencing. Like almost like we're trying to sync up over time the label with what's actually happening, like what we really feel and experience and are doing at a physical sensate level. And often it's late or like kind of detached, like we're kind of repeating the label, but the sensation or the movement is disappearing somewhere. And we really want to try and connect awareness with the label, like whatever we are aware of, that is what we are labeling. And this is a practice, of course, and it's beautiful. You start to notice these, and you start to have the discernment to notice. Oh, this time was a little bit late, or this time felt I was just right there on time on the spot. Then another time I was again like somewhere else and just blindly doing it, developing the experience now to get more precise, get more aware, get more actually start learning what is mindfulness. We always think we know how to be mindful, and I know it's mind, but what is mindfulness really, and how to really just be right there on time in that moment in the same place as it's happening, and to label it. Thank you for sharing. Great. Any last one from anyone?
Yes.
Or
Yeah, I wanted to ask you because sometimes I struggle like with that with instead of like feeling, I'm visualizing. For example, my breathing.
Yeah.
In terms of like instead of feeling it or any sensation, instead of like feeling is that it's more on my brain than the actual feeling of feeling it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you have any advice or if that happens
This is
to
really
more
common.
people.
Yeah, it's completely normal. This, like, we are so used to actually experiencing the world through our concepts and our ideas, and part of that is the visual of it. But now we are retraining to more drop into the feeling, to the actual feeling of it, and naturally the visual or the imagination will compete with that, so it will come up, no? But we try not to do it intentionally. Like maybe it helps us to connect to it first. We need to a little bit imagine, like I need to imagine where exactly is my breath, my belly moving, etc. But then using that more like a gate, a door, to start to really feel, and then to hold the conscious intention. Yeah, okay, I see it, but let me just feel it. Maybe then the feeling becomes 20% of what you experience about it, then 30%, then 40%, then 60%, then 80%. Always little bit there would be some image, usually, unless we're very, very advanced with it. But yeah, don't worry about that. It's natural. Um, yeah, just like, or it's also good that you recognize it, no, that it's happening. And then when we recognize, when we start to become aware, we can start to improve and learn how to do it differently. Thank you for the question. Good. Same goes for walking, by the way. We're always imagining the step and what it looks like from the outside, but what does it really feel like from the inside? Okay, good. Thank you so much, everyone. I will go now. It's time, getting cold. And yeah, see you on Wednesday for the kind of Q&A session if you can make it, but otherwise also next Sunday, next Saturday. Thank you for joining.
Great.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.